Hello and welcome to Starbirds. Click anywhere to start.
There's no place like home. And for our beaky friends, it's the yellow dwarf star Sablina, which has illuminated this system with its warm and peaceful light for billions of years. Perfect conditions for life to evolve into a spacefaring civilization. Now, these birds stand on the edge of a new frontier, launching a daring mission. A remote asteroid field where infinite riches and the unknown await in equal measure.
Get out of my chair. Aye, aye, Captain. Okay. That's my chair. Captain says, gather round, flock, hear me now, for our great mission begins soon. This should be some good squawking, Ross says. Where are my notes? Today we embark on a journey for the good of all bird kind. We have risen from mere groundpeckers who warmed themselves with idle wings to proud tree dwellers, the horizon always in sight. But today we venture beyond that. Our goal is the endless plains of space. Our aim is its treasure, iron and silicon. That's a mighty fine speech in all cap, but what's our actual mission here? And now? Right, Ruth. Actually, we need to make a quick stop to fill up on supplies before we can continue. At ease, everyone, let's get to work. Good hustle. Alrighty then. We've reached Sablina, I guess? Sector 1. Hatched. Whack, indeed. We're here, flock. The asteroids, these asteroids look promising. Initiate landing. How does this work again? Not the right button. Maybe his cryo egg got cooked on the way out here? I do not know. I'm fine, Stella. Just walk me through the controls. I'm not familiar with this model. Just pay attention to the instructions, Cap. And you won't put a claw wrong. Probably. Alright, listen up, flock. According to my notes, we should start with this quest. There you go. Sure, accept. The captain requests iron. Click on an asteroid to see if it has iron, and double-click to enter it. That does look like an iron icon. Double-click. Do-do-do-do-do. Take a closer look. Zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. Whee. Okay. Rotate the asteroid by holding the right mouse button and moving it around. Beautiful. To land, click on a glowing big crater. This one seems fine to me. Plop. First, find an iron deposit. Then drag an extractor from your building inventory onto it. This costs you credits. So this is iron and this is probably silicon then. Zoop. Let's get it as close to the station as possible, I guess. Okay, click and drag your left mouse to draw a pipe from the extractor to the launch pad. Zip. There you go. Great. Now let's speed things up. Put down more excavators and connect them to the launch pad. Sure, because we need 6 iron. That's not that hard. There you go. Zoop. And let's do another. Zoopity, zoopity, zoop. There we go. Whoa, we launched something. Nice. How many more? Another? Oh, we already did the quest. That's fine. Well done, flock. We've definitely earned these credits. Let's click on them. Whee! A single launchpad can't keep up with more than 4 extractors. Build a second launchpad for better efficiency. So I guess here? Yeah. We're doing great already. Now, let's ramp up our production. We need to stockpile some more iron and aluminum. Oh, that's what we need. So, aluminum and iron. Iron is already being done. So, we want to look for aluminum, which is also here, I guess. Boom. Boom. Let's connect. Oopla, that's probably not the wisest of cables. There you go, that's a bit better, I think. And we can place one next to it. So this guy is basically doing full aluminum. Can we? We cannot. Indeed. Oh wait, we have a whole new aluminum patch here. Bonk. There we go. So both of these are now having 4 ships, I guess, for 4 extractors. Not bad. With all these materials, we can improve our station and earn more credits. Let's pick our 4th module. Let me complete that quest first. Credits. 6 iron, sure. That shouldn't be that hard. We launch 4 per time, which makes sense because we have 4 of the extractors. That'll make our station extra cozy. Now, let's get back to business. There are still some resources missing from my list. Copper and water. I think that might be on the other planet. Hover over the quest icon and then over the requested resources to check what is needed to complete the quest. We just did that. Can't find the resource you need? Click the map button on the left and explore more asteroids. That's exactly what we're gonna do, because I imagine that, well, there's copper already. This copper. Oh, that costs points. Oh, believe it or not, but it must be water. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go here and get some water extracting going. Sure. You can't really see where is what when you land. What is this? When you land on that. I'm sure we can place 2 extract. Oh, shoot, we can't afford more. We're out of credits. That's no problem. These shiny nuggets are just what we need to get some extra credit. Oh, that's what it is. Space car. Ah, nice. Okay, we got some extra credits. Can we afford another? Yes, we can. We can place it on there. There you go. That's 2 copper. Now I'm gonna try and get 2 water. Get that credit from me, please. Credit respawn. There we go. At least 1 can be afforded now. Let's try and place it on the edge. I'm not sure if we can base 2 there. New resource discovered. Water. I imagine we may have already known what water is. Oh, nice. Just a quick back and forth. What? Back and forth. Oh, yeah, of course. Here we go. 2 water and 2 copper are connected to the station now. There we go. Quest completed. Bob. Alright, almost done. The last thing we need to do here is fill up on oxygen tanks. Oh, fill up our oxygen tanks so we're ready to travel onward. I have no idea where we get oxygen. To produce oxygen, we need a refiner. Click in the building inventory to start the research. This costs you tech points. 10 tech points, which we exactly have. It's gonna take a while, I assume. Needs water to research. Sure, you guys do that. I'm gonna ride my car in the middle. I accidentally drove over a resource, which is fine. Can we go over the crater? Yes, you can. Kind of. Where is the rest of this? There we go. Alright, go there. We need a refiner. And refine research, drag it from the building inventory onto the asteroid. I assume we need water for that, so I'm gonna place it somewhere here. Place an extractor on a water deposit and connect it to the refiner. Sure, but how about we do this? And then we direct that to that, right? I assume that's what is required. Yeah, you seem to be making... Wait, what are you making? I have no idea what you're making. Wait, oh shoot, that's the copper! Whoopsie daisy. Can we move this thing? Oh no! That's okay. Absolutely fine. You go there. You go there. And then you go there. There we go. we were making, I have no idea what we were making. Now we're making oxygen. There we go. The thing is though, I think it's kind of full, but it is working. It's probably not working as effective as it could. So I need to upgrade this. Recall. No, let's not do that. Okay, oxygen is being done. 2 more oxygen. 1 more oxygen. And there we go. Good job, everyone. We've stocked up on supplies. Now nothing stands in the way. Ah! Excellent work, Flock. With all these materials stocked and our machines fixed up, it should be a smooth journey to our next destination. I recalibrated our devices and improved the precision of our trajectory calculations by 20.2853%. That is, if my math's correct. And I do believe it is. Thank you, Stella. Puh. Space exploration isn't about math. You gotta expect the unexpected. Trust your gut. Trust me, Rust. Is your gut familiar with Castrol's law of planetary motion? Or perhaps I didn't need to stay up all night doing the calculations that prevent us from being smashed apart by asteroids. Thank you, Stella. I am sure Rust was joking. Okay, let's put all the math to work then. Flock to the stars! Pum 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 pum! Alright, this is done. I don't know how many stars you can get, but we got 8. Complete the sector 1 in under 3.5 minutes. Jeez, reach a score of 20 stars. Okay, well that's not gonna happen right now. Holy moly, 3.5 minutes! I spent like an hour on that. Okay, I didn't spend an hour on that. A strange discovery. Captain, I'm getting a strange readings from this sector. My sensors have picked up a statistical anomaly. Something with extreme mass and density. That sounds just like the kind of resource we're looking for. Where is it? Well, we'll have to get closer to investigate. But, Captain, there is the matter of the debris field. I recommend we make our approach steadily over a few days, carefully monitoring. What are you squawking about, Captain? This is a great unknown that we came out here for. Don't let Stella scare you. Ross, take it easy. I'm not scared. Science Officer Stella set a course for that group of asteroids. Scared? Ha! I'm not afraid of rocks. Sure. Unless they're right in your face. We're fairly close now. Let's land on the asteroid. Okay, so we can only go to this one, I assume. The other ones will have to be... Oh, what tank is this? This planet is called Jokefish. Great. I do not know where the resources are. I think this one is pretty decent considering there's a lot of space around it. This rock has to be the culprit. What is that? Great gizzards! I've never seen anything like it before. Sure. Neither have I. I'd like to take it into a station for examination, but it seems to have fused with the asteroid. That ain't a problem. All you need to do is an excavation hub, and luckily for you, I know how to build one. Right there. We got the 4th research, so we need 10 research points, which we don't have. 6 water, 4 points. That's exactly what we'll do. So we'll start with water. Does this cost anything? I don't think so. Here, bonk. Let's get some free credits while we're at it. Right, we start with some water. Let's try and place them as efficient as possible. Oopla, the planet was spinning. 1 and 2. We will do the wires around so we don't waste space from the field itself. Let's just get 4 on here, I guess. There we go. Okay, so this thing is full of that. We can place another station here, perhaps. Oh, quest completed. Oh, that means we have to unlock. Sure. Oh, more water for more research. Well, they're kind of the same, so it doesn't really matter which one we accept. Modules need taken care of sometimes, much like plans. Completing supply quests is a reliable method of earning credits and tech points by delivering more of the same resources. Okay, yes, we will unlock that. It is being researched with water. Okay, there are loads of quests. How do I let my flock know which one is the most important? I think you can drag them around. Yeah, there we go. That one's more important. That one is more important. Credits? Sure. Jeez, already done. Right, claim. That's some sweet engineering work. Let's place the excavation hub right on top of the strange object so I can get cracking. Sure, where's the thing? There we go. Plonk. Come on, Ruth. What's taking so long with the excavation? I want to get that strange object. Hey, this ain't like building a nest. Sticks and feathers ain't gonna cut it for high-tech work. Unless you want to peck that thing out with your beak like we used to mine in the old days. No, that doesn't sound like much fun. I think we completed the quest again. Let's restart the quest quickly. I don't think we really need credits. We'll go for some research thingies. That's what I thought. Now let's get going. I'm gonna need these resources to get started. Which is gold and oxygen. So oxygen, definitely something we can do here. Place one of these here. Place one of those on the edge. Connect that to that and connect that to that. So that's oxygen in the machine. Let's keep going for these quests. Let's do some more credits. So this is being done. That's the bars, which I imagine we can just directly do like that. Sure. Kind of also want to build a launch pad for just whatever this material was. One. Oh shoot, need more credits. Well, good thing we did do the credit quest. There, let's do some more. Chunk. Whoopla. Chunk, I guess. There we go. More chunks. More chunks. That is also being done. That is being done. So a few more credits and we can place another one of those. That means this one would be at full capacity. Come on. Come on. Just 4 more. You can do it. Yeah, there we go. Let's get some more credits. I don't even know if we need the science at the moment. So we'll keep on getting some credits. There we go. This is a very nonsensical, elaborate... There you go, wire. This thing's almost done. One more copper bar. At least I think it is a copper bar. There we go. Looking good so far. The next step is to tickle the object with a little radiation. I'm gonna need some uranium. What the heck do we get that from? Only problem is, there ain't no uranium on this rock. We'll need to get it from some other asteroid. Oh. Let's complete that. Get the next one going. Sure. Uranium. Okay, so we need to go to a different planet. So I think we'll just leave this as is. And then we go for the map. That has uranium, so let's discover that one. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. How do we get the uranium there? No idea. This one is humming with uranium. Okay. There we go. It's a cool shape though. Let's see. Oh, can you see? Yeah. Can have a little view. Right. So first of all, we just need to mine the stuff, I guess. Do we have enough credits for 1 billion of them? Not really, but we will soon. Except I'm sure we can get 4 on this. Yeah, we can. Beautiful. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's uranium done, but how do we get that to the other planet? Our rockets are delivering the uranium to a station. Now we need to change their destination to the other asteroid. Okay, to transfer resources between asteroids, you need a landing pad. Research it from the building inventory. 30. Well, we do have that, so perfect. Wait, 30? It didn't seem like 30. No. More credits, please. Let's see, what else do we have? This is the uranium, but it needs to be on the other planet. So a landing pad. Do we need to build that on the other planet then? I assume we do. Let's go back here. So it needs to connect it to that then. We got some space here. Maybe we need one of those small craters. Maybe. Bada bing, bada boom. Some more research, sure. Ooh, what's that? Oh, that's the launching pad, of course it is. I've researched a landing pad to receive the uranium. Let's place it in a big crater. Oh, so we need one of those. Ah, that's perfect. Here? Okay, so can we... Now let's check the map and find asteroid delivering the uranium. That's that guy. Click the uranium icon and drag it to the landing pad. Oh, okay. I guess that's the landing pad. There. Okay. Now we need to make sure that from the landing pad, I guess, this is being plomped into there. Yes. There we go. More research for us. Get that going. Ooh. more stuff. Sure. You do that, and you do that. So much stuff going on! We're almost there. Pretty sure this is the last thing we need to break the strange object loose. Quartz. Sure. Wait, what is this quartz resource? Never heard of it. Hover your cursor above Ruth's quest and click the quartz icon. Undiscovered. Silicon and water makes quartz in a chemical lab. Okay. So the chemical lab needs to be researched. Start that. This is done. So many quests. Station level. Oh, cool. Which one do we have? We do have this, so we're gonna go for the reactor then, because at least that's something we can do. Sure, some more credits. Okay, well, you guys are doing the thing. So we want a chemical lab here, but we also need... Wait, no. We can do... First, let me check the maps. Discover the other planet. Hopefully there's water and quartz there. Silicon. Sure. Because then we can just build it there. Yeah. And transport that over to there. So this looks like a good spot to me. This is still being researched. Let's place a little car here. In the meanwhile, do some exploring around the planet. Pop. Love it. Okay. Jeez, that thing takes ages. Oh! It takes ages because we need silicon for it. Whoops. Is this silicon? Yes. We need those towers here anyway, so... Let's get 2 of those going. And then after that... Come on. Plop to the thing. After that we can get some other stuff going. I think what we'll do... I don't know how many you can connect. Probably only 1. So that's 2. So we can probably do this to get some extra going here. And then this will be the other 2 that is needed for the that stuff. Okay, that thing is unlocked. Great. Now we need to find a spot. Let's unplop these. Get out of here. Can you just undo those things? Yeah, kinda. Well, it's a whole bunch of credits. That's what that needs. More credits. More credits. Sure. 1 chemical lab. Okay, you're gonna go from that to that. And to this guy to that. Kind of blocking myself off here, aren't I? Oh well. This guy to that. There we go. I think we're making the stuff now. Yeah, quartz. Nice. Keep on working. Excellent work, Flock. We're now refining a steady stream of quartz. Do you need anything further, science officer? Maybe a tissue. My chemical lab, it's just so beautiful. I wish we brought a poet for this mission. Alright then. Come on, Stella. Now's the time for crystal clear findings and a rock solid science. Nice one. Oh, Captain, that's very poetic. Now, let's deliver this quartz to the excavation site so Ruth can separate the strange object. Sure. That's exactly what we'll do. Let me complete some quests first. There we go. Get some more credits going. It seems to be okay now, so we need to go back to the map. Go back to this guy. There was another big crater near this, yeah, so we can put another landing pad here. Connect it up to that. Then we go back to the map. And then we say... Oh. I just want the quartz. That's fine. Oops. Yeah, that guy. So it should now be getting the quartz as well. Ooh, did you see that? Slowly but steadily. Let's keep on going with the quest. Not sure if we'll be needing that still. Can't you put that on auto? That would be so nice. Yes, we're getting quartz. Nice. Ooh, that's for the victory. I like myself a victory. Not gonna lie. I do like myself a good victory. What is this? Big crater. Oh, yeah. Well, we still have big craters, but we don't need it right now. There we go. dun, dun, dun. Sector 2 completed. I've never seen birds gather resources so fast. It seems that mystery is an excellent motivator. Now, let's take a closer look at this strange object. Hold on to your birdie butts. Just gonna lift this thing carefully, then I can... Whoa, Captain, you're not gonna believe this, but it's flying. Quick, hitch it to my rover. That'll stop it from floating away. But it's not floating away, it's just floating. Like magic. We must see what's inside this rock. It could be like a tiny alien spaceship or something? Excuse me, if we're going to open this potentially dangerous object, we're doing it in a controlled lab environment. Smart, 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 smart. You're at Stella, to the lab. Command team only. Oh, and Ensign Yolk, you come too. I don't want you to miss this. Heck yeah. What's gonna be in there? Bum, 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 bum. What the heck? Is the thing walking or someone Oh, someone is carrying it. I thought the thing was walking. Wee, laser. I don't think you should be right next to it. Who knows what kind of stuff is in there? It's an alien. It's a bird. Oh, that was standing behind it, didn't get out of it. It's a rock. This is fascinating. Looks like a rock. Bonk. Ow. Oh my. It's a glowy rock. It's a glowy rock. Dun, dun, dun. Have you figured out what it is? Something not native to our system. You are here. It came all the way from over here. That's a while. You could do a straight line, but I guess that was not possible. Dun dun dun! A strange discovery. Sector completed. We will travel to the next sector, but we will not be doing it right now. There we go. Great. That has been Starbirds. I hope you enjoyed that. The game should be out now on Steam, so have a look if you want. And if you want to see more of this, do let me know in the comments and I'll play a bunch more. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Percentage of max score 16%. Whoops. Bye.